Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be braiding a full lace wig. This wig in particular is going to be knotless braids, so let's get started. Before we get started, I just want to mention that this wig is from the company LuvMe Hair. Now let's jump straight into this video. So the very first thing that you want to do is align the knots on your unit or your frontal, whatever you have. You definitely do not have to do this, but it does give the unit a more natural look. When you're doing this, you always want to wear protective gloves because this is a chemical and it can burn your skin. When it comes to making your mixture, you want to start off just by using a little bit, and then you can always go back and add more to it if you need more. So I just use a little scooper that comes in the package. I add the developer to the powder, and you just want to mix this until it is well combined. Okay, so you just want to continue mixing until the products are well combined. And this is the consistency that you want to look for, kind of like a thick paste. You want to allow this to sit on the hair for 30 minutes. The next step that you want to do is shampoo with a neutralizer and a color correcting shampoo. This is going to get those yellow tones out. So before you start the braiding process, you always want to make sure that you have all of the supplies that you're going to need: clips, rubber bands, product for braiding, combs, tweezers, and a lighter. I will include a picture of my favorite products to braid with right here. So the next thing that you want to do is start off your parting process. I like to go ahead and part out the baby hairs beforehand. And I also like to go in and part out the hair into sections. Now you want to begin thinning out the hair. This is also optional. have completed that to your liking, you can begin to set up to start braiding. I got this braiding tree from Sam's Beauty. I will link this in the description down below if you would like to purchase one. So what I like to do is just go ahead and section off hair into kind of small pieces. So now we can begin the braiding process. Yes, this is a lot of work. There's a lot of steps that you have to take if you want your work to look good and if you want it to be quality. So right here, I am just parting the hair. This is not a real scalp, so it is kind of bumpy. So you will not get the straight part like you would as if you were parting in someone's head. But you want to just keep at it and try to get it as straight as you can. So right here is where you're going to begin using your clips. They're going to help you to keep the hair in place and keep it out of the way of the hair that you're working with at that time. So me personally, I use a lot of clips, so I always make sure that I have a lot of clips out. So you want to begin by figuring out what size parts you want to do, and that will also be determined by the type of style or the size braids that you are going for. Another thing to make a note of is try to always be neat. I know a lot of people can go overboard with the neatness, but it is very important. People really pay attention to the small things. So now you just want to begin braiding. This is the technique that I use. This is what works for me. You just have to find what works for you. It's easier for me to go overhand, adding in the hair, versus going in under the braid and adding the hair when I'm starting out. But as I start to braid down, you will see that I transition to adding the hair underneath. So this is how it is looking once I complete the first braid. Trying to give you guys a close up. to show you how I go in and clean the braids up. I just take my scissors and I just snip any little hairs that I see that are sticking out. I just clip them right off, and that's all I do for this process. I do this over every single braid, and it definitely makes the style look more crisp, more clean, and more neat. Okay, at this point, you just want to continue the braiding process. If you would notice, I'm not going in every single braid or every single row adding in product. Personally, I don't like to use a lot of product while I'm braiding because it just makes it harder for me to grip. I've been braiding hair for a long time and my hands are not as strong, so it's easier for me to grip hair that's dry versus hair that has product built up on top of it. That's not to say that I don't use product while I'm braiding hair, because I definitely do. But what I like to do with the wig is I like to go in and apply the product either earlier that day before I start working on it, or even the day before, so that way it gives the product time to settle. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm just sectioning off the hair by rows. It should look similar to this once you finish. As you can see, I'm definitely trying to get some different angles in. I'm just still playing with it to see what works. You guys let me know in the comments below which angle you like better, which angles that you want to see more of, and also what you want to see more of. I tried to give as much details as I could in this video. But right now what I'm doing is just braiding the braids down. I like to go section by section and braid the braids down, clip the ends, and then dip them before I move on to the other side. So that's what I'm doing right here. So keep on watching. This is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. She not the only one. All y'all be doing the same thing. So give me some lotion. My hands ashy.
What kind of lotion?
Any lotion.
Where? Your bedroom?
Where your lotion at?